Hi, this is Christian White with V1 Aero Technician Assistance Center. Today we're doing a low ohm continuity test using a Fluke 289 and the low ohm test setting on the meter. In order to accomplish this, the wire that we want to test, we want to see at least one, if not two other wires in that same wire bundle going between the two connectors. It should be the same two connectors, same wire diameters, and this will make it a good test. So to start, in our case, this is our first connector. This will be our second connector. These are direct. There's about 50 feet of wire between these two. If you're on the aircraft, one end and the other, you may have to use your black lead going to a very good ground. Once you start the test, if you are going to a ground on both ends, you're not going to want to move that ground. You're going to want to keep it the same. So to start with, let's go ahead and put this on pin 1. We're going to give it a little movement around to make sure that there's no corrosion on the pin. Our other end of our connector, we're going to go ahead and do the same thing, and we're just going to give our leads a little bit of a movement the same way just to make sure that we're good. As soon as we hook these up, we're going to give it about a 10-second pause and let our reading stabilize. When you're doing low ohm continuity, you're using 20 volts DC, and our reading's going down 3 decimal points. So it's going to be a little more sensitive than doing normal continuity checks. Once we stabilize, which we're about there, we're going to go ahead and hit the menu button, and we're going to hit relative percent, and that's going to save our first reading, and it's going to compare it to our next wire. So now in our case, we're going to go to pin 4 on both ends, and we're going to let it stabilize again. Again, about 10 seconds is a good judge. Our limit on this, what we're looking for, is about a 1% difference. You're going to see most of the wires as you do this, after they stabilize, they're almost identical. They're between the same two connectors, same wire size, they're almost the same thing. And we're just about stabilized. Okay, so we're less than 1%. We're really not moving anymore. We're going to go ahead and go to our last wire of the 3-wire comparison. I'm going to go to pin 5. And let it do the same thing. Again, 1% is what we're looking for. Using this method, we're able to see pushed pins. We're able to see bad crimps, damage in the wire. And really, in this comparison, if it's more than 1%, you really want to investigate that wire, especially if you're looking at a chronic issue. In our case, we're looking at 5% difference. It doesn't seem like much doing normal continuity. In our case, what we're looking at is most of the wires have been trimmed away, and there's really only 3 or 4 strands left, and that's giving us that much of a difference. Really good way to find our issues.